Heyo guys, what's going on? Burning Effort here, back again with another video. And today, I know that this is long overdue, but I'm gonna be talking about the new Titans within Titanfall 2, counting the two that are in the tech test like a month back. So first off, I just want to get this started. We're gonna start off with Scorch, with his abilities being Firewall, Incendiary Trap, Thermal Shield, and Flame Core. Now first, let's talk about his Firewall ability, which says, the name says it all, fires the directed wall of thermite in enemy's direction. And his tactical Incendiary Trap deploys a flammable gas canister that can be triggered by just the slightest spark. Pretty cool. Now let's talk about his final two abilities. Thermal Shield, which liquefies incoming artillery while dealing damage to nearby enemies, and his core ability, Flame Core, creates a giant wave of fire that destroys anything in its path. Pretty destructive, if I should say. But let's keep on going to our next Titan, which is Ion, which his abilities are Laser Shot, Tripwire, Vortex Shield, and Laser Core. First off, let's start with the Laser Shot ability. It's shoulder mounted. This lethal beam cuts through anything in its way, and Tripwire, laser triggered explosive mines, with his last two abilities being oldie from Titanfall 1, Vortex Shield, absorb incoming fire and redirect it back at the enemy, and Laser Core, a deadly oversized laser beam fired from the chest that is capable of stopping anything in its path. Pretty cool. Now I'm gonna go next. That is my favorite Titan that I'm probably going to be using a lot, Ronin, with his abilities being Arc Wave, Phase Death, Dash, Sword Block, and Sword Core. Ability being Arc Wave says that using his sword across the ground, Ronin creates an electric wave that damages and slows enemies hit by it. Phase Dash, Ronin dashes in a given direction, temporarily phasing out of the world, and Sword Block, where he's able to block incoming damage with the sword indefinitely. And with his final ability, Sword Core, his melees and sword abilities, and gives access to new sword attacks. Now, this is going to be one of my favorite ones. Even though he's a descendant of the Strider Titans from Titanfall 1, I'm still going to be using this guy a lot. Now, on to our next Titan, Legion, with Power Shot, Mode Switch, Gun Shield, and Smart Core. His first ability, let's talk about that. Power Shot, close range, knocks back nearby enemies. Long range, damages all enemies in its path. And Mode Switch, switch between long distance and short distance. And his final two abilities, Gun Shield, deploys a protective shield from the Predator Cannon. And Smart Core, the Predator Cannon automatically locks onto anything in range. That's pretty cool. I'd probably use that. Now, onto our next Titan, Tone, with his abilities being Tracker Rocket, Sonar Lock, Particle Wall, and Salvo Core. First, let's talk about his first ability, Tracker Rockets, which says locked enemies. Full lock-on is required. And Sonar Lock reveals enemies in the area, established particle wall. So it's pretty much a pulse blade. Now with his final two abilities being Ball, places a defensive barrier in front of Tone that she can shoot through, and a Salvo Core unleashes a barrage of rockets that can be guided in flight. They'll prioritize and locked on to whoever Tone looks at. So that's pretty cool. We're probably gonna get wrecked by that a lot. But now on to our last but not least, North Star, with the abilities Cluster Missile, VTOL Hover, Defensive Trap, well it's defensive, and Flight Core. And let's talk about this Titan's abilities. Soul creates sustained explosions on impact, and VTOL Hover, Vertical Takeoff Hover, with this Titan's final two abilities being that lock down nearby enemy Titans, and Flight Core, Hover, unleashing rockets at targets below. Now, that is all of the Titans that have been revealed to us for the multiplayer, and I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Comment down below, what is your favorite Titan from the list? Mine is Ronin, and that's all I got to say for you guys. So until then, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.